Hey y'all, it's your girl Symone and welcome back to my channel. If y'all can see by the title, today is another story time. So before we get into this video, y'all already know what to do. Make sure you subscribe to my channel, give a girl a thumbs up, like my fucking video. For real. And I'm gonna say that because y'all be having the nerve to screenshot repost me, and I'm not about to repost you if you post a screenshot and you ain't even like the video. Why would I do that? Anyway, like this video, comment down below. Follow me on all my socials, Instagram at Vivalayoshii, TikTok and Twitter at LifeWithSymone. Make sure y'all like the fucking video. Like, if y'all really deal with me, y'all gonna like the video because that's gonna help me push myself out and reach my goals. So anyway, let's get straight into the story time. So y'all, this is somebody new, and this story is not somebody new as if like I'm excited. No, this is a new person, but it's like a real quick thing. And I was just thinking about the other day because I was like, ooh, y'all, when I was on a dating scene, she was ghetto. Especially when I was in it like as a older, like this story is like, it's not recent, but it's a little recent. But let me just get into the story. All right, so y'all, my sister had hit me up and she was like, what you doing tonight, girl? Come out. I'm just kidding. But no, she was like, what you doing tonight? So I'm like, nothing. Well, no, we had already had it planned. We was going to the club. It was a certain day. I don't want to give too much because then, yeah, it was a certain day. So we was going to the club or whatever. We already knew we was going. So we ended up meeting at the club, boom, whatever. So her people had a section. So we already knew we was going to be in a section with them. When we went to the club, we went straight to the section or whatever. So we up in there, we partying, y'all. Me, I'm lit as hell. One thing about me, I'm gonna get on the top of that section. I'm gonna be lit. So they poured me a cup. I'm on the top. I'm lit. I'm singing the songs. I'm vibing. I be screaming. I be in my own little world. Sometimes I'll make little videos. But I be lit. I be vibing. So where we was at in the section, it was like kind of by this area where you could walk out the door to go to the outside part, right? So this boy, when I'm up top and I'm just doing my dance, like, you know, rapping the songs and stuff, he taps my leg and he was just like, you know, start rapping back to me. So we rapping a song together. He like, yeah, like I see you. So I'm laughing, you know, just continue doing what I'm doing. I'm not that girl that's gonna go to the club and be sitting there looking around wondering like, why is everybody moving around and dancing? Y'all is just doing too much. Cause y'all, that's a whole nother story time for another day. A girl really invited me to the club one time and she was really mad because she was like, these bitches in this section is thirsty and they just, why are they doing the most? Don't invite me to the club if you just gonna sit there on your phone and take videos. If you don't have fun and you don't dance, don't invite me nowhere. Don't even invite me to church because I can't catch the Holy Spirit with you. So anyway, yeah, so we did that little thing. We still just, you know, having a good time and partying or whatever. So me, when I drink, my bladder is like a faucet. I have to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, I'll be back. I'm about to go to the bathroom. This was probably like my third, fourth time going. So I tell my sister, like, I'm about to go to the bathroom. She like, you want me to come with you? I'm like, no, girl, here, hold my drink because I don't want to have you keep coming up and down with me, especially if you ain't got to go and you don't want me all these times. So I'm like, it's cool. I'm going to go. Like, don't worry about it. It's cool. So she like, all right, go or whatever. Like, if you need me, text me. I'm like, okay, text me if you need me. Y'all know how big sisters be. It'd be like, girl, I'm fine. So I ended up leaving, and when I was coming out the bathroom, I'm just like in my phone or whatever, but I'm still paying attention because I don't want to like bump into nobody. Somebody grabbed my arm. So somebody grabbed my arm. I look back and I see it's old dude who had tapped my leg when he was walking through the door and I was turning up. So we're gonna give him a name. Let's just name him Donnie. I don't want to do too much. I don't want to think too much up in it. We're gonna just name him Donnie. So anyway, he tapped my leg. I mean, he pulled my arm or whatever, and he was all like, where you going? Like, you about to go back and turn up? So I was like, yeah. He was like, you was rapping that shit like it was your song. I said, that is my song. I wrote it. So he like, oh, okay, you wrote it. I love when I can have a conversation with somebody and it's like I could play and be playing and you don't really think like, this dumbass bitch thinks she done wrote this damn song, you know, and it'd be like, I'm kidding. But yeah, so he's like, yeah, okay, I didn't know. Why get up there and go perform? I'm like, I'm trying to, but I told them I want to be low-key tonight. I ain't even trying to do all that. So he like, you funny as fuck though. He was like, what you sipping on? Like, what you drinking? Cause you lit. I need to be on what you on. So I'm like, we drinking dark because we was drinking Hennessy. So I'm like, I'm drinking dark or whatever, but I'm not even a Hennessy girl because I'm not. But I was like, but yeah, that's what we on. So he like, okay, let me get you a drink because I see you ain't got no cup. He was like, you need another cup. Let me get you a drink. So I was like, you right. I don't got no cup. Because y'all, one thing about it, like, the sections be cool and all because it's like, you know, you got the alcohol and the juice, but I am a mixed drink girl. Like, I could be in somebody else shit and I would still be like, I want to go to the bar and go get me like a sidecar or something. Like, I love mixed drinks. I feel like when I drink shots, it just gets me where I'm going too fast, and then sometimes it could like get me really like lit and then I get drained. Like, I don't know, I feel like my mixed drinks, it creep up on me. I be doing the craziest shit and don't even think I'm drunk. I like mixed drinks. So, but I'll do shots and stuff too though. But anyway, so I'm like, all right, come on. So he was like, so what you want to drink then? What you want, like a shot of Hennessy or something like that? So I said, fuck no. I want a sidecar. I was like, you asked them to make a sideberry sidecar, or if they could do like blackberry or something like that. Blackberry, that is a thing. I don't know why when I said blackberry, for some reason Rev run and his phone popped up in my head. Yeah, so I'm like, if they could use a black raspberry, that's what I asked for, black raspberry. So I was like, yeah, but I was like, so either one of those, like, make it sweet. So he like, okay, I'm about to go, I'm about to ask. So you know how at the bar it be like cluttered up? So I'm not about to go stand there with him because it's like, I'm just not. So I'm standing up to the side. I'm still just like bopping and weaving, dancing and stuff like that. My sister texts me at this point and I'm like, girl, don't trip. I'm at the bar with this boy or whatever. I'm good. So she like, okay, let me know because I'm about to come. I'm like, girl, I'm good. Like, it's fine. So he at the bar, he over there. I'm like peeping, like turn around, see him for a little bit. And I'm still just dancing or whatever. You know, when you're in the club, you lit and it's other drunk girls. So at this point, I'm like kind of dancing with girls and stuff like that. But I'm still keep looking, peeping to see where he went. Because if he ducked off and ran off and not getting me to drink, I'm going to go back to where I'm going. I'm not going to stand right here. It's not that deep. So eventually, like, he was probably there. You know, like, it's hard to call somebody. That's how you realize what type of ninja you dealing with. Because when I'm with Florida, he gonna get the bar person real quick. Like, hey, yeah. But me, you know, like, certain people, like me trying to order at the bar, I swear, it be taking forever. Me, oh, no, okay. Hey, and then they walk away. Oh, shit. But, okay, wait, the next one. You know, it be like, but certain dudes you with, it be like, they get their shit quick. And now I see he wasn't one of them dudes at all. He was like me at the bar. So anyway, what happened? He come back and it's been a while. He comes back with just a beer in his hand. Mind you, he didn't have no beer in his hand at all. He comes back with a beer in his hand and he just drinking. And he like, yeah, okay. Because mind you, like I said, I was dancing and stuff. So he come up kind of behind me. It was like, okay, all right, I see you. So I was like, yeah. So I'm laughing and stuff like that. So I'm like looking, because I'm very much confusion at this moment. I did not say let's split a Bud Light. So I'm like, where's the drinks? So because he said he was gonna get one too. He was like, oh, I never had a sidecar before, but I'm gonna try one out. So he was like, oh yeah, they told me they backed up at the bar. They backed up at the bar, so they gonna bring it out to me. Now please let me know, when have you ever been to a club and they told you, we gonna bring your drinks to the dance floor? Bitch, this ain't bottle service. What? So I was like, they said that? He was like, yeah, they said that. So I was like, oh, that's crazy. At this point, I'm thinking in my head, like, you know, because drinks be kind of pricey, especially on certain nights at that club when it depends on, like, what celebrity they have. So I'm like, maybe it was too much. So he just got himself something. But it's like, you could have got yourself that beer and got my drink. But I'm not finna never press nobody to do nothing for me. Because for one, I didn't ask you. Two, I could buy my own shit. So, you know, he's saying that. So we still just like talking. He was like, yeah, don't stop dancing. Like, oh, when the right song come on, we got to dance or whatever. We're going to start dancing. So I'm like, oh, you trying to be up in here doing TikTok dances with me? Because you're not finna grind on me. Especially if you couldn't even buy me a drink. So he like, nah. He's like, if you want to, we could fuck it up on TikTok. We gonna fuck it up on TikTok. Like, yeah, I be doing social media and stuff. Like, I'm pretty much famous. Like, I'm famous, not like from Raising Cane. So he's like, I'm famous or whatever. So I was like, oh, you famous? He's like, yeah, I'm famous. So at this point, he finally asked me my name. I told him my name, and he was like, oh, my name is Donnie. That's his made up name. That's not his real name. So I was like, okay, like, cool, nice to meet you or whatever. So he like, yeah, I'm pretty much a big deal. You know, he just kind of talking about himself and stuff like that. So he's like, yeah, we gotta dance together. So I was like, yeah, for sure. And I'm texting my sister like, girl, I'm gonna come back in a minute. So I was like, I'm gonna get you a drink. Like, I'm gonna get us a drink or whatever. So she like, okay, cool. So we just talking. So I was like, hold on, I'll be right back. So he's like, okay. And I went over to the bar because I want my sidecar. And I'm not about to not get it because you can't, I don't know what you want. Mind you, at this point, we've been talking for like a cool 10 minutes. I'm not dumb. I never thought that the drinks was gonna come out. But I just thought to myself while I was still standing there, like, maybe at some point he was gonna go get the drink. I don't know, but I was like, you know what, I want my drink, so I'm about to go get it. So I ended up going to the bar and I had got me 2 drinks, right? And I just so happened to look up because when I was over there trying to call people, it was this dude right there. He's like called them and was like, she right here. And I was like, thank you. So anyway, I got my 2 sidecars and I went over to I think I got him strawberry or something like that. So I get my 2 sidecars and I went over to where he was at, and I was like, I'm gonna be back, like I'm about to go over to the section. But before I could say that, he was like, oh shit. And he started reaching. He said, you got us some drinks. You got it. They gave you my drinks. Be for real. So I was like, I'm like, boy, you better go check on them drinks because I don't think they coming. Even though, like I said, I'm not dumb, I know. So he was like, oh, okay, so you got me a drink, but we just gonna have 2 then. And I was like, no, this not for you, this for my sister. So he was like, dang, you didn't ask if I wanted one? I said, yours still coming from the bar, right? Like, ain't they still coming from the bar? So he was like, I actually need to check on that. I said, I think you should. I'm like, but I'm about to go. So I'm like, I'll see you when I come back out, or you know where I'm at. So he like, oh, okay, like who all up over there? Do you want me to start naming people? Because you seen when you walk by. He like, who all up over there? And I was like, what you mean? He's like whose section is it? Like, who birthday is it or something like that? So I'm like saying like, oh, it's the homies section or whatever. So he like, oh, okay, so y'all deep. Like, it's a lot of y'all up in there or whatever. So I was like, I don't know everybody up in there. Because like, I don't know everybody in the section. So he like, oh, okay, so like, you know, they cool? Like, they cool homies or what? They like gang banging homies? Like, what type of homies are they? And I'm thinking like, he's trying to fill it out because clearly he wants to ask if he could come up over there. But I'm not about to invite you to somebody else shit. So I was like, everybody cool. I'm like, but I'm gonna be back. Like, I'm gonna see you around because I see where this is going. Like, don't ask me anything. So I end up walking off and I go and I'm back over there with her and I'm just lit, turned up, you know, doing my thing. I do my Dougie. Then I turn it up. No, I don't know why that's stuck in my head. But anyway, so I'm over there. I'm lit. I'm having a good time. So now, like, time go by and it's time for the club to let out. Like, before the club let out, when I'll be over there back in my own zone, just, you know, doing my thing, he would walk by a few times and, like, try to get my attention. But I really just didn't want to get out the section to go talk to him because it was kind of pointless. And before somebody be like, oh, it's pointless because he didn't buy your broke ass a drink. You know, it'd be the men's in the comment that be thinking that. And it's like, no, that's not why it was pointless. But it's just, like, I'm here. I really wanted to turn up and just dance and stuff. Like, if you want to talk, we could, like, talk after the club. Like, I really don't want to be sitting up in the club just playing 21 questions and shit with you. So, like, you know, like I said, if we was lit and turned up. But at first we was at a cool moment. But it's like when you start just keep asking me questions, I really don't like to be asked questions back to back. Like, it just irritates me bad. I don't know why. But anyway, so afterwards, like I said, he kept trying to walk by, but like I was just singing him like rap and I never like left out, and he'll tell me like come out and I just never leave out. So anyway, it's time to leave the club. We outside, people drunk and stuff bothering us, so we walking and I'm over here. Dang, is that too much? Don't think about it too much. I was about to say, because I was over here trying to like record, but I was recording on my phone or whatever, and I was like talking, like recording and stuff. So he was just like, oh, okay, what you doing, I see you. And it's like he kind of like made sure he came to me, and he had his friend, so his friend, they just talking or whatever, and he's like, what you doing? I'm recording, I'm just trying to get like footage or whatever or something. So he was like, oh, okay, yeah. He was like, did I tell you I be doing social media and stuff like that? Like, I be doing social media. And I was like, oh yeah, you told me up in here. I was like, yeah. He's like, I'm famous, I'm pretty much a big deal, like everybody know me, like I be doing my big one. I was like, oh, that's cool. So I asked him what platform he like big on or whatever. So he told me or whatever, right? He's like, oh, I'm big on TikTok. So I was like, oh, okay, damn. I'm like, TikTok is hard, like, because I don't know, maybe I'm just not consistent with TikTok. I'm consistent with YouTube, which is crazy as fuck because it's like YouTube is longer videos, TikTok is short. But it be something about me editing them 2-second, them 1-minute videos, them 30-second videos. I don't know what it is. It's just crazy. My mind is just, I don't know. So anyway, so I was like, yeah, TikTok's so hard. Like, I be trying, I be struggling on TikTok. So anyway, I didn't really have much on TikTok or whatever. So yeah, I'm like, TikTok is it's crazy, like it's hard. So he's like, yeah, that shit it's not hard though, you know. He's like, they love me on there. So I'm like, how much you got on TikTok? I'm like, I'm gonna support you, like I'm gonna follow you or whatever. How much you got on TikTok? So he was like, oh, how much I got on TikTok? He was like, I think he said like 300K, like 300 or 200K, like he said he had on TikTok, right? So I was like, oh, okay, that's cool, but we still talking while I was saying I'm gonna support you and stuff. I'm like, yeah, I'm about to check you out or whatever. He like, yeah, because I be getting views, like I be getting like 1 million views, this, that, and the third. I'm like, dang, that's lit, like that's lit. So he like, yeah, or whatever. So we talking to him and his friends and stuff like that. He had asked me about like what I was recording for, and I had said it. So then he was like, oh, okay, what you got, like how many followers you got or whatever, subscribers you got. So he was like, what you got? Probably like what, like 500, 300, not K, like, you know, just like 1, 2, 3, 100, 1, 2, 3, 500. He was like, what you got, like 1,000 or whatever like that. So I was like, no. And he's like, for real? I'm like, I don't got like a lot. I'm like, I got a cool amount, but you know, I don't got a lot like that. And he was just like, oh, okay, so you still growing, you just, you know, it's cool, you gonna get up there. He was like, let me see your page. So I go to it and I go to my YouTube and I show him, and I was like, oh, look. And he was like, why you playing like you ain't got a lot of subscribers and shit like that? So I was like, I mean, I do. I mean, I got a cool amount. I'm like, but you know, like I ain't in the millions and nothing like that. I'm like, I ain't at no 300, 200, whatever he said. I'm like, I ain't got that many like you. So he was just like, nah, you doing your thing, you know. And it's like after that, I'm not gonna say how much I had at that moment, but yeah. But after that, he kept trying to like mention, whenever I mentioned TikTok, like his TikTok and shit, he would like change the subject. So I peep stuff. So I'm kind of thinking like, that's kind of weird. Like you was big talking about like bragging on yourself or whatever. So at this point, yeah, I don't know. I just end up changing it again. I'm like, so what's your TikTok? Like, I want to support you. Like, let me see yours. So then he's like, all right, I'm gonna show you mine, or whatever. He was like, yeah, but like I need to start posting again. So he pulled up his TikTok, y'all, and tell me why. Remember he said he had 300 or 200,000 followers on TikTok? Oh, he said on YouTube too. I forgot to mention, he did say on YouTube too. So on TikTok, I think he had like 500 followers. And on YouTube, y'all know how much he had on YouTube, because he said on YouTube he was almost at 1 million. He had 30. Not saying there's nothing wrong with that. I had 30 before too. Shit, I literally started my YouTube channel from literally 0. I was my first subscriber from my other account. Like, so there's nothing wrong with that. But I just don't understand, what are you lying for? Because I used to be proud. Shit, I used to be like, bitch, I made it to 200 fucking subscribers today. Like, I used to be proud as hell. I remember it was one point I was getting one subscriber a day. I was like, ooh, by the end of this month I'll be at 130. You know, like, it's not wrong with that. You know, you be proud of every milestone. But it's just, why lie? Like, I just didn't get it. Like, why lie? It was weird. So, so when I had put up something, first I had put up something and with his name, somebody else popped up and they had 1 million. So I was like, oh, that's you? And he was like, nah. He was like, my shit, I think I actually like deactivated or something like that. But he kept trying to change subject, and his friend was like, no, that's not him, this one, hold on, let me do it. And his friend went to it, and I was like, oh, okay. You know, even though I didn't say nothing why he lied, but I should have known that was a red flag. Even it was a red flag, but I didn't have no intentions on talking to this man like that, because he wasn't my type no way. And plus I wasn't like looking to date nobody. He just was a conversation. So anyway, we talking about so much stuff. Like, his friend and my sister, they over there having a deep conversation about some other shit, and me and him just talking about like goofy shit, just laughing and shit about stuff, right? So he ended up asking me for my number, which I really hate that when somebody asks you for your number and you don't want to give it to them, but you sitting here having a conversation with them, because it's like, damn, you're gonna make sure this number is real, and then we still in each other's face. Because at first I was like, oh, what's your Instagram? He didn't want to give me his Instagram, but probably, I don't know, he probably has some shit on there. You know how people be. But yeah, I don't like that. And you know, like, I know people be like, just say no, and a lot of times I do just say no, or like, no. But you know, like, some men don't like taking no for an answer. And not saying that he was this type of person. And at this point, the people we was at the club with, they left, because we over here still sitting here. We wasn't going where they was going to the after party, so they was gone already. So I don't know, like, plus when I be drunk, I overthink a lot. So I was like, damn. So I gave him my number or whatever. But then I was thinking, like, he could be like a cool friend, but I'm not looking for friends. Like, I'm literally not looking for homies, friends, nothing like that, because we not gonna hang out. Like, I don't need any male friends. So anyway, yeah, so we just talking, we laughing and stuff like that. We just laughing about so much stuff. So then he had said something, I forgot, he brung up like a Pretty Ricky song or something like that. So I was like, ooh, Pretty Ricky, like, that's my group. Like, I love Pretty Ricky. So he was just like, excuse me. So he was like, oh yeah, you fuck with Pretty Ricky? I fuck with Pretty Ricky. Like, I could do some things. Pretty Ricky. So I was just like, huh. When people start getting like sexual and shit like that, I change the subject or just laugh it off. Like, it changed the subject, because it's like, don't make it go left. Now I have to go home. So anyway, so but I was realizing, I'm like, damn, my sister having this deep ass conversation with his friend. Bro, I was kind of already ready to go. Like I said, it was cool, we laughing and shit, but like, I really don't want to be right here having this conversation with you. So anyway, so yeah, he said something. So he was all like, and I was just like, laughed it off. And then he had said something else, like trying to get on that level, like talk like that again. And I was like, you know, one thing I hate. And he's like, what? I was like, I hate when you at a club or you something like that. And I was like, for some reason, men just get alcohol in their system and think they could talk to you any type of way, like sexual. I'm like, that's so weird. So he was like, no, that is weird. I promise you, that be so weird. He was like, yeah, because I used to have a tongue ring. And I was sitting there like, But to each his own, because like I said, not my type, no way. So he's like, I used to have a tongue ring. He was like, and every time I see a girl at the club, like I'm in the club with my tongue ring, and a girl be like, ooh, I know what that tongue ring do. Ooh, I wish I could sit on your face. Ooh, this, that. And I'm just sitting here like, damn, women be that damn bold. But I guess so. It do be some people bold like that, but that's very strange. Anyway. So I was like, you had a tongue ring? And he was like, yeah, like I had a tongue ring. He was like, it did what it did. And I'm just thinking like, how you agree with me and then you keep trying to go back? Like, I'm not excited about your tongue piercing, big boy. So anyway, he just like, talking about it, and I was like, that's crazy that people be that bold to walk up to you in a club. I'm like, was y'all having a conversation first? He like, no, I'll just be in a club, you know, I'm doing my dance, I probably stick my tongue out. Boy, this is getting very strange. He like, then come over there to me and be like, oh, you got a tongue ring? I want to see what that feel like. Oh, can we go to the bathroom? And I'm like, this is weird. I feel like this thing was lying, bro, because what the hell? So I'm like, oh, that's so crazy. So I was like, yeah, I'm cold, because at this point I'm ready to go. So he was like, yeah, we could go sit in my car if you want to. So I'm like, I'm about to sit in my own car. So he's like, oh, you want to sit in your car? I'm like, no, I'm about to go sit in my car and go home. So he like, oh, okay, yeah, come on. So I'm like, you ready, girl? And the whole time I'm thinking my sister having a conversation with his friend, and I didn't want to interrupt it, so I'm taking one for the team by having a conversation with this fool. The whole time she was ready to go too. And I'm like, damn, we need to make some type of like eye signal. I'm about to start screaming like a bird or something, and that's when you gonna know, bitch, I'm ready to go. So yeah, we gonna walk into the car, and then we was like, we finna get in the car or whatever, and we was like, all right, we finna go. So he thought, all right, I'm gonna hit you. But before then, he was talking about, mind you, we was over there talking, he was talking about like cooking and stuff like that. He was like, oh, you know how to cook? I know how to cook this and that. And I was like, oh yeah, I know how to cook. So he was like, oh, okay, because I think I had said something about me being hungry, and he was like, oh, go to the McDonald's right there. And I was like, no, I'm gonna go warm up my whatever the fuck I had made. So he was like, oh, okay, you know how to cook? He was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to come get me a plate. And I was like, come on through. But you know, this is when we was joking about so much stuff. At this point, I probably already said I done braided 50 Cent hair. He ain't got no hair, you know. But so me saying I wasn't being serious with you. So yeah, we had said that, mind you, that's like long time ago. We brushed off, whatever. So when it was time to go, I ended up leaving, right? Whatever. So he ended up hitting me up the next day. He's like, good morning, it was so nice meeting you yesterday. Like, you was real cool, you so funny. Like, I don't be meeting people that's like funny like that. You know how people be lying? It's a lot of funny bitches out here, bro. You just think I'm finna laugh you about that tongue ring, and I'm not. I don't want it. So I was just like, oh yeah, you cool as fuck, like you cool. I'm like, I'm gonna make sure I check out your shit, your videos or whatever. So he like, yeah, thanks, like good looking out. Yeah, I'm gonna check you out too. Hopefully he don't. If he do, oh well. So anyway, so he was like, I'm gonna check you out. But that was so long ago. I highly doubt that, because we don't follow each other on nothing. I highly doubt that he's like see my YouTube. So anyway, so he texted me or whatever. So he was like, yeah, we need to link. He was like, I wasn't playing when I said I really was gonna come to your house and get some food. He was like, I get off work at 4, 6, I don't know, whatever time he said. He's like, I get off of work at such and such time. He was like, and I'm gonna pull up to your house and I'm gonna come get some food. So I was like laughing my ass off. No, you're not. He's like, why, you not cooking tonight? He was like, when you gonna cook? And he's like, you gotta cook something. I'm really trying to get a plate or whatever. I'm trying to see if you know how to cook. So I was like, I don't invite random ass people to my house. Like, cause what's wrong? Why'd you think that? He was like, I'm not random. We had a full conversation yesterday. You don't know my name. Well, he probably do. Probably not. People don't even remember people's names. I barely remembered his. So I was like, nah, LOL. But I like literally, I'm like, I was just playing with you. Like, I don't be just letting random people up in my house. I'm like, I don't even let people know where I live at. So he was just like, oh dang, LOL. Well, you could come to my house if you want to. Like, you could really come or whatever. So I was like, nah, I'm not about to come to your house. Like, what am I gonna come to your house for? So he was like, so I'm just never gonna see you again. I'm like, if you want to, you could take me on a date. You want to see me? Take me out. So he was like, you be going to that club often? What'd I say? If you want to see me, ask me out on a date. Even though I'm going to say no, because like I said, I didn't want to go. And I'm not into wasting people's time. Even though I know y'all probably thinking, like, you could have told him you didn't want to go then. Yeah, I could have. But anyway, so I'm just like, yeah. So he was just like, I think you should just come to my house. Like, you should really come to my house. You're not going to be disappointed. So I was like, nah, I'm cool. Mind you, he lived kind of far. And I really could care less because I was never going. He was like, yeah, you could come. He was like, my roommate don't be home like that. So it's going to be cool. Like, you come over. He was like, you could cook up over here. And I really like, I forgot what he said he liked. I forgot. It was some extra out that shit. And I'm just thinking like, boy, what makes you think I'm gonna cook for you? Like, that's out. I was like, first of all, like, I'm not doing all that. Second of all, no. Third of all, fuck no. So he just talking to me or whatever. So at that point we stopped texting because he realized like, oh, okay, she ain't letting me come over when I get off work. So he ended up calling me like later on that night, and I was just like, you know when your phone ring and you roll your eyes? And it's not that he was getting on my nerves, but it was like that whole little come over the house thing. And I'm like, okay, maybe, you know, some people don't see nothing wrong with certain stuff, but you gotta let them know, like, nah, that's not cool, respect boundaries. So I'm like, maybe he ain't gonna be weird. So let me answer. So, ooh, excuse me. So I ended up answering the phone or whatever. We talking. He was just like, dang, I'm on my way home. It's traffic. He was like, and I'm passing by where you said you live at. Mind you, I don't live where I say I live 9 times out of 10. I was like, something like, you ain't passing by where I live, like the city I said I lived in. So he was like, yeah, I'm passing by your house. Dang, I really wish, you know, I'm fresh off work, I just wish I could come home, come in the house, give me a nice cooked meal. I said, oh, it sounds like you need a wife or a girlfriend. So he like, yeah, dang, you not trying to be that? I thought you said you want to have kids one day and stuff like that. You not trying to be that? So I'm just laughing because I'm thinking like, oh, he's still joking from when we was joking outside of it, because we did say stuff like that, but we was joking and shit. So I'm like, yeah, one day I'm gonna be somebody's wife though. He's like, oh, you're not trying to be my wife? We could get started on the babies tonight if you want to. Like, we could get, why wait? We could get started on them now after I get my dinner. So I was just got quiet because now that I ain't got no liquor in my system, it ain't that funny no more. So I'm just quiet. So he like, hello? I'm like, yeah, I'm still here. So he was like, oh, okay, yeah, because you know I could have came through and got some food or whatever. So I was like, yeah, maybe. I'm like, you really do need to be in a relationship. So he telling me his last relationship, he got out of it because something, I really don't remember, some reason, but in the midst of all that, he said that he really don't trust women. So y'all, he had intentions on wasting my time if I let him. Obviously, I'm not gonna earn no man's trust. If you don't trust women, don't date. Go see a therapist. Heal, you know, don't waste somebody's time and expect them to like earn your trust, because at that time while you're waiting for them to earn your trust, you're gonna fuck over them and be like, oh well, I ain't trust you yet, but now I see. No. Somebody saying they don't trust or they got trust issues, red fucking flag, bitch. Go heal and then come back, because all you're gonna do is not trust me, think I'm doing shit, so you're gonna do shit. No. So anyway, so he was saying that, and I was just like, yeah, dang, like you need to see a therapist. And he was just like, a therapist? Black people don't do therapy. And I said, that's the problem. There's nothing wrong with therapy. Like, go see a therapist. So then he was just like, dang, like you being mean tonight, like what's wrong with you? And I was like, nothing. He was like you wake up with a hangover or something? I'm like, no, I'm fine. He was like, dang, you just not being your like giddy like self. Nigga, you don't know me. I'm just thinking like you're getting on my nerves, that's why. Like you're literally saying shit to me that's stupid, that's why. No, but I'm like, no, like you cool, because mind you, at first like some stuff you'll say, like we laugh and joke back and forth, but it's like when you keep trying to convince me to come to my house and like to eat and make some babies, it's crazy. Like it's annoying, because he kept talking about his stroke game, and yeah, like that's one thing about her, she can't let go of this, like she be trying to call me up to do it, and because I do it good. I ain't trying to say too much because YouTube be flagging, but he was like, I do what I do and I do it like I do it. And I'm just like, like you're literally being annoying. So I try to change the subject. So I'm like, where you work? Like what you be doing? He was like, oh, I lay pipe. Okay, you're a prostitute. So I'm like, oh, okay. So then he's like, yeah, and I'm just like, you know, he just keeping it like that. So I was like, oh, okay. So he told me, he was like, yeah, so what's the craziest thing you ever done? Bro, answer this fucking phone. That was the craziest thing I ever done today. So I was like, oh, the craziest thing I ever done? I'm like, I don't know. I really don't know what you mean, because shit, you keep going left. So I'm like, you answer that first. Like, what's the craziest thing you ever done? He was like, the craziest thing, I feel like, well, the wildest thing I ever done. He was like, a couple had hit me up to go on a trip, and they paid for me all inclusive to go on a cruise with them. He was like, and it was just like a effing cruise, like they was just doing it. And so I'm thinking like, what type of couple was this? Like, you know, like not like that, because I've got asked this twice, y'all. I don't know what it is, and that's a whole nother story time. Like, it's literally like this married couple literally offered to take me out the country, and I'm like, do I give? Is that what I give? Because I swear, and I was like, what the hell? And then this other boy that I had went on a date with him, it's like second date, and he asked me that. He was like, what do you think about going? You know what? Dang, the boy I named Corey, I was gonna call him Baby Chain, because that's literally what me and my friends call him, because his ass got a baby ass chain. But he literally said the same thing to me. I don't know if I give that. Or, you know, did I ever say that? No. Why does people be saying this to me? I have no idea. Maybe that's what I give. Shit. Anyway, so he was like, yeah, this couple paid me, not paid him, they paid for him to go on a cruise, and they had like a fucking fest, obviously. Whatever, cool little vacation. He's like, yeah, we just had a lot of sex or whatever like that. So I was like, that's cool, I guess. Like, that sounds interesting. Like, you know, if I was single or something like that, like, well, I didn't say that because at the time I was single. But I'm like, if I was single, that do sound something like interesting. If it's the right type of people, like, it's not gonna be like awkward people to where I'm like, I can't get down with this. But you know, like, single and fun, having mingling, do what you want to do, I guess. But so I'm like, oh, that sounds interesting. Like, you know, that sounds fun. He's like, yeah, that was something that was really fun. And he was telling me about how, like, certain things you put on your door when you go on a cruise, that means like you a swinger or something like that. I didn't know that. I'm like, didn't know. So he like, yeah, that's something cool. He's like, would you ever do that though? He's not asking as if he wants me to do it, because he clearly ain't got nobody or no money because he can buy a drink. So he's like, would you ever do that? I'm like, I don't know. I guess it depends if I'm like feeling both parties or whatever. Not even feeling him. I'm like, because if I was to do something like that, it would be like, have to be like no feelings on my end, because I just wouldn't. I'm like, I don't know, maybe when I was younger or something. I don't know. Like, I'm just saying it to myself, like, I don't know, maybe, depending on who these people were. So I'm over here really just thinking to myself. So he was like, it was fun. But I start thinking again, and I'm like, wait, how was the couple? Like, was it a girl and a guy, a girl and a girl, or a guy and a guy? Like, what was the couple? I mean, that's not my business, but you already telling me, so I don't know. I just was really curious, but I didn't ask. Because, you know, that's his business. That's his life. I really don't care what he does. So, yeah, so he just was talking about that or whatever. He's like, so you, what's the wildest thing you ever did? I know you did some shit. You said you a Scorpio. You did some shit. That's one thing I hate, too, is that when people hear, like, certain signs and they would say, ooh, you Aquarius. I know your feet polished. And they be like, what? And they be like, ooh, you a Scorpio. I know you got them braids under your head, under your wig for a long time. And they be like, what you mean by that? Like, I don't get it. Like, certain sign stuff, it be pissing me off. I'm like, bro, anybody could write this shit on a meme. Switch the zodiac sign, and then people posting like, oh my god, this so me. Yes, Aries do wait till they get home to unpack their clothes. And it be like, I think that just depends on the person, but go off, sis. But anyway, so yeah, he was saying that. So I was like, you know what? I'm not even finna get your girl have some stories. But I'm like, I'm not finna go here with this dude, because clearly you getting on my fucking nerves, and I don't want you to take the wrong attention, take things the wrong way, right? So then he asked me about eating the groceries, right? You gotta eat the booty like groceries. He asked me about that, right? So I was like, he was like, yeah. So what you feel about, you know, eating ass? He like, what you feel about like eating ass and stuff like that? So I was like, what do I feel like? He's like, you think that's nasty? I was like, I don't think it's nasty if people do that or whatever. So he was like, what about you? I said, like, what do I feel about if somebody like ate mine? He's like, no, like, what you feel about eating somebody? Like, would you ever? He's like, have you ever like went back there on a man and, you know, just ate him, like ate his butt? So I was like, no. And he was like, and I'm just thinking over the phone, like, I wish he could see my face right now. I'm like, no. He was like, you ain't never did that? So I'm like, no, I haven't. He's like, what? I was like, He said, I'm surprised because you a Scorpio. Like, okay, if I was a left toe, does that mean like, what would that mean for me? So he was like, I'm surprised you ain't never did that. So I'm like, He was like, so you just ain't did it because you ain't came across the right one, or you probably just ain't fuck with a real freaky ass nigga. So I was like, I don't know what I done fucked with, but I'm like, I ain't going back there. I ain't doing it. So he like, you just saying that now. My ex used to say that shit. So I'm like, your ex used to eat, like, you know, do that to you? He was like, yeah, like, you know, because a lot of men try to say like it's, you know, like, but it's not that. Like, it's just pleasuring. Like, I feel like you ain't no real freak unless you done got your ass by a girl. And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, to each his own. You know, if that's what you like to do, that's what you like to do. But I'm like, but I'm not. So he was like, Symone. And I'm like, yeah. He like, you ain't never even thought about it? I'm like, no. He was like, see, that's why I should have came over there. That's why I should have came over there, got me something to eat. We could have got started on these babies. He was like, because once you do it, watch, you gonna be in love. Like, you gotta try it. You gotta, man, you gotta come to my house. Y'all, what I'm telling you, I'm sitting on this phone like, Now I see why y'all say it's piss in the dating pool. Cause boy, what the fuck is you talking about? He like, yeah, you gotta come to my house. When you come to my house, we gonna drink, we gonna have fun. He was like, you just gotta do it. Like, you gotta do it. So I was like, I'm not about to eat your ass. Like, this is insane. He was like, no, like, you thinking too much into it. You thinking too much into it. But when you do it, like, you just want to see your man toes curl. Like, you want to see him have fun. I'm like, I've made him toes curl before. I ain't had to put my tongue up in his motherfucking booty. So he like, well, I ain't saying it like that, but I'm laughing with it too. I'm just thinking like, this nigga is crazy. Like, how are you trying to convince me to eat your butt? Like, bro, call your ex-girlfriend. I was never even coming to your house. So he like, what? That, nah, you gotta try it. I promise you, you gotta try. You gotta try it. He was like, but I really want to like fuck with you on that level. So I said, on what level? Cause you is taking this too far. I'm like, on what level? He's like, I want to fuck with you on the level, like, you know, where we could be fun. Like, I know you seem real fun. I know you like to have fun. We could just have fun. And I'm just sitting here thinking like, what was I talking about when we was drunk outside the club? Because why is he talking? Like, I must have been saying some crazy shit. But I was laughing and joking, so why is he taking any of this? I don't know. I'm like, He like, I know you could be real fun, like we could have fun, like you seem like the type to where it's like I could call you up and I could be like, oh, I'm with this couple, let's do them, like let's do some swinger type stuff. And I know you would be on to it, like I know you would be fun, like I could just call you and be like, oh, I'm gonna come over there, and then like you could just, you know, try it, like, but once you try it, you ain't gonna want to stop, I promise you. So you could just like eat my ass. And I swear, y'all, he literally was trying to sell me like he was selling a brand new car off the lot. No, not even a brand new car. Like he was selling a fucking 1962 Honda and trying to say it was brand new. That's how he was trying to sell me to put my tongue in his motherfucking, yeah. So I was like, dudes probably don't even wiping good like that. Not saying that, let me stop, because I ain't never dealt with no dude that had no doo-doo stains. Not me, because bitch, if I'd ever seen him some shit like that, it wouldn't be my man. How them girls be over there exposing men, talking about he had streaks in his drawers, and bitch, you kept fucking him. But anyway, so yeah, so I'm like, no, I'm like, I ain't that fun. He like, nah, I know you are. He's like, just let it out, like don't be hiding that shit, like you ain't gotta be embarrassed, you're grown, like, you know, just let it out. I'm the person you can have fun with. He's like, I'll put my tongue ring back in for you. He was like, but you gotta do something for me first. I said, where's this going? So y'all, I know y'all probably think like, why didn't you hang up? I don't know. So I'm like, boy, what the fuck is you talking about? And he was like, I'm just saying, like, I could tell, like, I know, like, when I was talking to you yesterday, like, I know. He was like, I could read people. Did I forget to tell you that? Like, I could read people. Bitch, if you psychic, I don't know what the motherfucking psychic done cards done told you, but it did not tell you I want to lick my tongue down your motherfucking crack and put it between your motherfucking, I did not say spread them. I did not say that. Like, that is not what them cards told you, not about me. He was like, I could read that you a freak, but you just scared to show it. He's like, but I'm gonna bring it out of you because we gonna have some fun. Like, I know you a freak. I know you a freak. I know. And I'm just thinking like, at this point, because remember I told you I was on his TikTok, so I'm going through his TikTok like, let me try to find this man on Instagram. Like, do we got any mutual followers or whatever? Oh, you know what? He did have an Instagram, but he didn't add me. This is what he did. When he asked me for my Instagram, he went to my Instagram and he was like, why you, first before he was saying it, he was like, you bet not follow such and such, some boy. And I was like, who is that? He was like, this nigga. He was like, every time I talk to a girl, they follow him. And I know he fucked them because he every girl. And I was like, I don't know him. He was like, you better not follow him. He better not follow you. And he was like, oh, he follows you. He follows you. And I was like, I don't follow him. And he was like, oh, but mind you, he wouldn't give me his Instagram. But yeah, it was weird because I'm just thinking like, did you fuck the nigga too? But anyway, so yeah, he just trying to sell it to me. And I'm like, boy, what you talking about? I'm like, I'm not on that. So he like, yeah, I could tell you a freak. You a freak. You got to bring it out. Don't be scared to be a freak with me. He's like, don't be scared, because we gonna have fun. Like, I just know we gonna have so much fun, Symone. And he like, hold on, let me get over. Damn, what y'all doing? But yeah, anyway, because mind you, he driving home from work, so he like road rage, and then he come back. Yeah, so again, we gotta have so much fun. Like, we gotta have fun. Like, you really gotta try it. Like, you really fucking with the wrong niggas. And I'm like, I'm okay. I don't want to try it. So he like, Symone, I promise you, I know you want to do it. Like, you would do it. Like, you a freak. Y'all, I'm sitting here thinking like, bro, this what people got to deal with? Is this why y'all stay in them long fucked up ass relationships? Because y'all don't want to deal with this shit? I promise you, it's better out there somewhere. So he like talking to me and he was like, yeah. So I was like, I said, you doing too much. I was like, I don't know if I gave you like the wrong impression yesterday. I'm like, I don't even know, because a lot of our conversations was jokingly conversations about a whole bunch of random shit. We talked about cigarettes being trees. I don't know. But I'm like, so I don't know if you got like the wrong impression. I said, but I'm not looking for somebody to just be effing on. I'm not interested in trying to eat ass. And yeah, I don't plan on ever going to your house or having you come to my house or cooking for you. So he's like, what? I'm like, yeah, no. He's like, I feel like you just got a hangover today because you're not acting like yourself. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna just let you know. He was like, you know what? He's like, damn, I really don't want to send you this video. He's like, I probably should send you this video. He's like, you know, when I get home, I'm a screen share with you on FaceTime. He was like, so that you could see this video. He was like, because I promise you, like, the way if you see how happy I be, like how much like I moan when she be back there, like you gonna really want to try it. Like, I promise you, Symone, like you right now, I don't know, you just got a hangover or something like that. Bro, I was just like, okay, Donnie, yeah. I was like, but I'm gonna talk to you later. I'm about to actually get off the phone right now because I'm about to do something. So he was like, oh, okay, but no, for real, I'm gonna call you when I get home. I'm gonna shower or whatever like that. He was like, and you probably send you a little video. He was like, you could send me a video, but yeah, I'm gonna just shower. And he was like, and then I'm gonna show you, like, I'm gonna show you the video. He's like, but if you was coming to my house, if I would have came to your house, I would have just showed you all the videos. Like, I got a lot, but I don't want to send them to you. He's like, because I don't know, like, you know, my ex don't want me sending these videos around. Why did she record herself putting her face? Oh, never mind. So I was just like, all right, bye. Y'all, we hung up. Y'all, after that, I deleted his number. I should have blocked it, but I didn't. So he kept hitting me up. I was never replying. Never replying. So he finally hit me up and he was just like, wow, like, you're fake. If you didn't want to talk to me, you could have just told me that. I literally said over the phone, I'm not looking for what you looking for. I'm not looking for what you looking for. And even if he was the person to be the couple to ask to take me on a trip, it wouldn't be y'all. No. I'm just kidding, but no, for real, it wouldn't. So I'm just thinking like, bro, and he ended up hitting me back. One time he ended up hitting me, it was probably like, you know when somebody, like, you don't respond to them and they still be like randomly have your number for what odd ass reason. He hit me up, it was probably like a month later, and he was just like, what's up? And I didn't know who it was, so I'm like, who is this? Because at first when he was hitting back to back and I didn't have a number store, I'll just delete it. I knew it was like, okay, this area code. I knew that was him, whatever. So when he hit me up like a month later and he was like, what's up? And I'm like, who is this? And he's like, damn, you ain't got my number stored. It's Donnie. He was hitting me up for like a good 3 days straight. Probably not back to back, but like, you know. But I never replied. Why are you so surprised that I don't have your number stored? I hate when people do that. I hate when people still to this day, I hate when people still to this motherfucking day will hit my motherfucking line and they know we have not spoke. If we ain't spoke, I'm deleting your number because I feel like that's taking up my storage. And they will have the nerve to be like, wow, this is such and such. My thing is, if we haven't talked in a long time, I feel like it's so disrespectful for you to even try to call my phone or like hit me up or any, like, maybe if you shoot a text, but even that, like, why? What do you want? But like, don't call my phone and it ain't good like that, especially if you somebody like, maybe it was like a dating stage or like we just like went on a date or something. Why are you calling me? But yeah, that was it of him though. I ain't never seen or talk to him again. Hopefully I don't ever run into him at a club because boy, I know for a fact he's gonna try to put that beer next to me and ask me to ask. Like, he just had too much going on. Like, he had too much going on. Like, you wanted me to buy you a drink, obviously, because when I came with the drink, you thought I bought you a drink. Nigga, because you didn't buy me one, you think I'm gonna buy you one to upstage you? No, I'm buying myself one. He tried to have me buy him a drink, cook for him, come to my house, and eat his ass. Boy, you was asking for too much. Anyway, that's it for this story time. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys so much, and I'm gonna see y'all in my next one. I don't know, I feel like it's something else I'm supposed to say. Oh yeah, shop Brishari. We got a little bit of bags left. Go ahead and shop Brishari. But anyway, that's it for this video. Yay! Like, comment, subscribe. If you ain't like my video, then we ain't friends no more ever again. We will never be friends. I was just kidding. We ain't friends if you ain't like my video. And I'm not y'all sister no more. But thank you so much for tuning in. I love you guys. See y'all.